From flooding to ice, we could see a little bit of everything during the next couple of days. Meteorologist Evan Hatter begins this half-hour severe weather alert day coverage. Evan?
That's right, Steve. Many of us are under two different alerts right now, one for flooding and one for the impending winter storm. Let's start with the flooding. Just about everybody, the only exception being Rowan County, is under a flood watch. This goes into effect 7 o'clock tomorrow morning, runs through 7 o'clock on Friday morning. We're seeing plenty of heavy rain move in now, and then obviously with freezing rain, it's just plain old rain that freezes on the surface, so we're going to be dealing with that as well. Active winter weather alerts, well, many of us are under a winter storm warning. This includes Somerset, London, most of Corbin, Mount Vernon, up to Jackson, West Liberty, Moorhead, Louisa, under the winter storm warning. The winter weather advisory south of that, where slightly lower totals expected, places like Monticello, Middlesboro, Manchester, Pineville, Hazard, Harlan, over toward Whitesburg, Jenkins, Pineville, Inez, Prestonsburg, under the winter weather advisory. And off to the west, you see an ice storm warning in effect in Louisville's coverage area. Just treat the winter storm warning like you're under an ice storm warning, because I think for many the effects will be the same. Low 50s out there right now, though. You think, what ice storm is? We're in the 50s? Yeah, we're ahead of that front, meaning we are on the mild side. Cloudy skies, though, as rain continues to fall. I-75 at Mount Vernon. It's a soggy commute on the interstate at this hour, because we are still dealing with some of that potentially heavy rain. Highs so far today have stayed in the upper 40s to low 50s. That's where we are right now. We're going to continue to watch those showers continue to push from the Cumberland Valley into the rest of the region as we head through the rest of the night. I'll have the details on when we could actually see some of that switchover happen come up in just a few minutes. Steve?
Evan, thank you. Utility crews across the region are anticipating that winter weather, with linemen and others doing the groundwork now. Officials with the Big Sandy Rural Electric Cooperative say its workers have been packing trucks and organizing the warehouse as crews wait for the weather to make its way through. VP of Operations Jeff Prater says there's a lot of work that goes into preparing for the possible weather to make sure everyone is ready for whatever comes.
We don't expect this event to be on a level that we experienced a year ago in February of 2021, although it could be a significant outage event.
Prater says outside crews within the Kentucky co-ops are also on standby if more help is needed, and we'll hear more about the preparation efforts coming up tonight at 6. 4 drug companies have reached a tentative deal tied to the nation's opioid crisis. Under the terms of the proposed settlement, Johnson & Johnson, Cardinal Health, McKesson, and AmerisourceBergen will pay $590 million to more than 500 Native American tribes. All federally recognized tribes are eligible to participate in the settlement. Now to the latest on the upcoming Supreme Court nomination. President Biden is talking about potential nominees with Republican senators, including Minority Leader Mitch McConnell. The president says he wants the advice of senators, along with their consent, echoing the language of the Constitution. CBS News has confirmed that former Democratic Senator Doug Jones will help guide the president's choice through the confirmation process. CBS's Nancy Cortez is at the White House with more.
This is not a static issue. It flows back and forth.
Hoping to head off any problems, President Biden met Tuesday with the top Democrat and top Republican on the Senate Judiciary Committee and vowed to seek advice from both sides before choosing a Supreme Court nominee.
Selecting a justice is one of the president's most serious responsibilities.
But several Republicans, including Texas Senator Ted Cruz, are slamming the president's campaign promise to nominate the first black female justice.
He's saying, if you're a white guy, tough luck.
At least a dozen women are currently under consideration. They include federal judges, state Supreme Court justices, professors, and civil rights lawyers. Several are former public defenders or prosecutors.
Black women are, what, 6% of the U.S. population? He's saying to 94% of Americans, I don't give a damn about you.
I don't buy that argument.
Alberto Gonzalez was Attorney General to former President George W. Bush.
I know President Bush was very interested in appointing Hispanic.
When Senator Cruz says that it's an insult to black women, you would say?
I don't think they're going to be insulted. No more insulted than women were when Ronald Reagan considered Sandra Day O'Connor to put on the Supreme Court.
President Biden is telling Democratic senators he wants them to move quickly and get his pick confirmed within 40 days of her nomination. Now, that's doable, but it is an ambitious timeline, and everything would have to go right for Democrats to make it happen. Nancy Cordes, CBS News, the White House.
President Biden has ordered the U.S. military to send more forces to Europe in response to a Russian troop buildup along its border with Ukraine. 2,000 soldiers will be leaving from Fort Bragg in North Carolina to posts in Germany and Poland. Another 1,000 troops will be moving from Germany to Romania.
These are not permanent moves. They are moves designed to respond to the current security environment. Moreover, these forces are not going to fight in Ukraine. They are going to ensure the robust defense of our NATO allies.
U.S. officials say Russia has shown no clear signs of de-escalation, but the State Department continues to urge Russian President Vladimir Putin to pursue diplomacy. On Tuesday, Putin accused the United States and its allies of ignoring Russia's concerns that Ukraine may join NATO, the Western military alliance. Putin has deployed at least 100,000 troops along Ukraine's borders. The U.S. has now sent fighter jets and support units to Estonia, a NATO ally that used to be part of the Soviet Union. The Russian military has already deployed fighter jets to the region, launched naval exercises in the Baltic Sea, and rolled missile systems into Belarus. A former head coach is accusing the NFL and 3 teams of racism. Brian Flores, who was fired by the Miami Dolphins last month, says he is suing the NFL because it's time for a change. His lawsuit claims the NFL has failed to create a fair hiring process. Flores believes minorities are not getting a fair shot.
I think we're at a fork in the road right now. You know, we're either going to keep it the way it is, or we're going to go in another direction.
Flores also accuses the Dolphins of offering him $100,000 for every game he lost during his first season to position the team for a high draft pick. In response, the NFL says, quote, diversity is core to everything we do, and there are few issues on which our clubs and our internal leadership spend more time. We will defend against these claims, which are without merit. The Washington football team officially has a new name. Wednesday, the NFL team announced on social media it will now be named the Washington Commanders, sharing the new name on Twitter with the hashtag #TakeCommand. The Commanders also unveiled a new logo, which features a stylized W in 2 colors, burgundy with a gold outline and gold with a burgundy outline. The team has been the Washington football team simply for 2 seasons after changing its name in 2020 from the Redskins due to the term's racist connotations. Coming up on First at 4, there is a setback in the job market, possibly due to the COVID cases that surged last month.
And as we head into the next couple of days, we're watching a powerful storm system on the way to bring potentially icy conditions to the mountains. I'll have the breakdown coming up next.